Hello and welcome. The first part of this video, I'll try not to do too much talking. It's going to cover refinishing a fretboard in carbon fiber. You can start with an existing neck or build one from scratch. It's mostly the same steps either way. If you're just interested in refinishing the fretboard because you want to try fretless or because you think carbon fiber's neat, that'll have you covered. If you like weird music theory stuff though, you can stick around for the second half because I also refretted it in a pretty unusual Bohlen-Pierce scale. Now if you are using an existing neck, you'll need a fret puller to get the frets out. I bought one for about $5 on eBay, and on a lot of the cheap ones the teeth don't close close enough to the fretboard. You can grind it flat though, and save a good bit over more expensive fret pullers. Life hack. As you can see, defretting this neck took less than 5 minutes. If your frets are heavily glued in, you might not be quite so lucky. I was pretty careless about it, and you should definitely take your time and all, but there was pretty minimal chipping around the frets, even after aggressively yanking them out, which was nice to see. I should also mention this neck was a bit twisted already, and just a cheap kit guitar neck with a decal. Please don't do this to your nice custom shop neck. As far as materials go, you'll mostly need sandpaper and files, screwdrivers, other typical house tools. To laminate the fretboard, you'll need epoxy and a laminate. Now carbon fiber is a super cool option and extremely durable, but not the cheapest and definitely not the easiest to work with. Technically almost any cloth or mesh could work with this method though. Fiberglass or Kevlar would work equally well, but if you want to lay up a fretboard in flannel or denim, let me know how it goes. Now, after this experience, would I recommend it? I don't think Fretless is for me. I don't miss it, but I would give it another try. If you want to play Fretless, there are very few options available on a budget, and this can be done for maybe $50. If, like me, you're already using carbon fiber and epoxy otherwise, the materials cost is roughly the price of a Big Mac or a lightly used Bionicle Toa Inika complete with canister. I find all three equally compelling for my money, but there's no doubt it's enormously cheaper than most options on the market, if that's what you're looking for. Fretting this guitar in an unusual tuning system wasn't any different than fretting any other guitar, except I had to do math. For the one other person wacky enough to try this, here are the measurements. The plan right now is to stick with the Bohlen-Pierce scale over 3 videos, the first right here mostly being the construction of it and a demo. The second part will be a song in the Bohlen-Pierce tuning, the goal at the moment being a garage rock knockoff of the Strokes, from an alternate universe where tritive tuning is mainstream. The basic idea is to sneak this unfamiliar, weird scale into a recognizable, comfortable style and see if it meshes. And the third will be some more thoughts on writing and playing with this scale, other ideas and noodling, and about as much limited music theory as I can muster. That's why I won't go super in-depth with the theory here until I've had some more time to play with it. Then I'll drop another video really nerding out. The quick and dirty on the equal-tempered Bohlen-Pierce scale is, instead of the octave being a 2-to-1 ratio, which we divide into 12 pieces, it's a 3-to-1 ratio divided into 13 pieces. The best way I've found to think of it on the fly is that each fret is a step and a half. This is almost true, but it's actually 12/13ths of a step and a half. Math. If you want to learn some real theory and history, check out this video by 12 Tone. This is what got me interested in the scale in the first place. Seriously, check it out. I'll still be here when you get back. So, how does it sound? My girlfriend is a professional flautist, and she says I sound out of tune. And compared to 12-tone equal temperament, I am indeed very, very out of tune. But if you spend some time with it, feeling very uncomfortable for a while, there is very much a logic to it. It may sound like trash to the plebeian ear, but it is mathematically justified trash. It's also super easy and comfortable to play on the guitar, at least as I've tuned it. There are only 3 frets per string before you're duplicating notes, so you can play it without your pinky, like you never moved past easy on Guitar Hero. The lowest string is almost tuned to F, and the highest string is halfway between a D and a D sharp. This means the low strings are just a tiny bit tighter, and the high strings just a tiny bit looser, and the overall range of the instrument is about 3 semitones smaller, which is pretty negligible. This makes the 5th fret of the bottom string a C in standard 440 Hz tuning, which plays really nicely with MIDI instruments. This was the best compromise I could find, but it's also the first compromise I found, so let me know if you think of a better approach. That's probably enough rambling for the moment. I'll just roll some clips of noodling around with it. Let me know what you think, and I'll get back to attempting to write a song.